Hello Capricorn, thank you for joining me today. Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This reading's going to be, it's a fairy oracle reading for November 2020. This is drawing on earth energies as well as universal energies. So I've pre-shuffled the cards to get your energy into the cards, Capricorn. So I'll just do a final shuffle of the Oracle of Visions just for some overall energies before we start. So first of all, we have number 48. Now this is about choices, making choices, taking risks, and perhaps having to then face up to consequences. So this is Pandora opening Pandora's box and letting all the energies out, and the risks she's taking. So she's chosen to do that, and the risks she's taken is that we know what these energies are, because once they're out of the box, you're not going to be able to get them back in again. So let's see what that means. So here we have number 16, and this is about distance, isolation, perhaps, and about perspective, having different perspectives. So you see the woman here by the shore, the seashore, and she's looking up, and where she's standing, she's getting a different perspective of these fixtures in the sky, like parts of buildings in the sky, and there's rainbows coming out. So that's that's her perspective, and although that looks more like the sun shining, the moon shining rather than the sun, but she can see rainbows. So but there is a little bit of feeling of isolation here, being on her own, if you like, looking for rainbows perhaps. So let's see where this is going, shall we? I'll just do a final shuffle of the Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud. There we go. So we have the heart of your reading, or a situation to be aware of, the challenge to that, steps you can take ×2, and then if those steps are taken, a possible outcome here, and then something that the universe wants to say to you, Capricorn. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Singer of Initiation, and this is when we're having to go through a process, not always an easy process, jumping through hoops, that sort of an energy, to get to a position of being able to go forward then. So not being able to go from A to Z, having to go A, B, C, D, if you like. So going through perhaps trials and tribulations sometimes, learning from mistakes, having tests thrown at us, all sorts of, different connotations here. But whatever it is, the initiation process that you're going through, or you're going to be going through, so that you can achieve something and then go forward, qualified. It's like an apprenticeship, apprentice card. Apprentices have to do lots of tests, don't they? Lots of learning, theory, practical work, etc. And then pass, they do their exams, become qualified, and then on they go and so it's a similar sort of an energy here. So there's some form of an initiation process, or metaphorical initiation process that you're going through at the moment, Capricorn. Okay, so at the heart of your reading we have Himself. Now this is a very powerful universal energy, very strong, authoritative, paternal energy. We will get some more out to do to see what this actually means for some of you, Capricorn, but there's something quite powerful around, and I think it's something to do with this initiation process that you're going through at this time. So let's see what this is. The challenge is the sage, and the challenge is about wisdom. You can see the sage here. He looks like he's got a blind eye, but it isn't blind. With that eye he's able to see internally. This is his inner wisdom, and then his other eye is about gaining external wisdom, and drawing on the roots of all of his experience, if you like. Very natural energy. But this wisdom, this sage energy, is in the challenge area. There's something about, with some wisdom, some understanding in some area, gaining wisdom, gaining an understanding about something. That's a challenge, and it's something to do with a universal energy, some form of a universal energy that's proving a challenge for you. It could be a masculine energy. Somebody perhaps is in authority, in a position of power. So sometimes it can mean that, but we can get some more cards to clarify that in a minute. So what steps can you take? Well, we have Oi That Gnome. And Oi That Gnome brings chaos. So this is saying there's some form of chaos happening. But it's the reason this is in the steps you can take is because there is always opportunity within chaos. So it's looking for the opportunity that will be presented in the chaos that Oi That Gnome is bringing forward. You can see how mischievous he looks. So he's very comfortable in the chaos, but so he brings this whirlwind forward. But he is saying, don't fear the chaos, because there is an opportunity, but you have to look for the opportunity. Right, and we've got gotcha. So often these two cards come out together, because this is the universal energy that is sending, clearing something away, something that's not serving you any longer. It's the Tower energy within ordinary tarot, where the bolt of lightning comes down, a gift of love from the universe to clear something away that's not serving you any longer. But it comes as a bit of a shock, as a bit of a surprise. And it's not something we always welcome at the time. But in the future, looking back, you'll see how it benefited you enormously. So, because this has come out in the steps you can take, I feel this is about facing this, whatever it is. Whatever it is coming in, don't try to avoid it. It's looking at it straight in the eye, and facing whatever it is. And remember, we had the chaos coming in, didn't we? So there's a chaotic situation coming in, and it's universally led. It's something that, we see himself is very paternalistic, very protective, and he does not allow something to carry on that is clearly not serving you, and so he's trying to bring some guidance in for you. But the challenge is knowing this, knowing it, and that's why we've got the gotcha there, seeing something, knowing. Now, a possible outcome is Epona's wild daughter. Now, this is when there is something that happened in the past that needs to be faced, something that has been buried, if you like, emotionally buried it, psychologically buried it, not wanting to look at it. But Epona's wild daughter is saying that this, whatever it is going to keep coming back around and around. It's impacting on you being able to go forward, being able to address it, because what it does, it informs your reactions to things. If you've heard of triggers, buttons being pressed, well, if sometimes the things happen in the past, negative things perhaps, that have happened in the past. It could be anything at all, a sudden loss of something, a trauma of some sort. But whatever it is, if we then don't face it and we bury it, it will keep bubbling up. And then, something happens and we react in a way that we don't understand why we've reacted negatively, perhaps. and it's because of whatever it is that's been buried in the past. So because this is a possible outcome, so the opportunity in the chaos that's coming forward could well be there's an opportunity going to be presented to be able to deal with this, whatever it is, because you're going to be seeing it. Look, you see, you're going to be seeing what it is, as with the sage, internal wisdom and external wisdom. And it's certainly a very powerful universal energy, but it's a blessing. You see, he's not malevolent. This is not a sinister energy. This is a very powerful, good universal energy. So he won't bring something down that he doesn't feel you can cope with, can manage. Capricorn. Okay. Now, something else the universe wants to say to you is Geo the Slow. So this is about settling down. There's an energy about at the moment where there's not a lot happening. And what Geo the Slow is saying, enjoy this time. There's not a lot happening at the moment. So just settle down, buckle down. I think a lot of us are in that position around the globe at this time with the lockdown, with COVID. So it's probably saying that at this time, you know, just settle in, take your time, slow down a bit, slow down, and just enjoy the moment, if you like. Enjoy the moment. Because I feel that, I've got a feeling that this hasn't happened yet. I might be wrong. So for some of you, you may have a fully good understanding of what this is. For some of you, I'm not really sure whether this has already happened. And I only say that because of Geo the Slow coming in, where, you know, we're in lockdown, nothing's happening, and perhaps it's going to be as things start to go forward that these events start to take place for some of you. But for others of you, you know, perhaps it has already happened and you know exactly what this is, because we had the Pandoras box, didn't we? The opening of the box, so something being let out. So and I feel whatever that is, so whatever the chaos is that has been brought forward, you know, whatever the gocha has released, then I feel that's all connected with this card. Something has been released, and it's likely something to do with something that needs to be dealt with. It's been released now, so it's going to have to be looked at and dealt with, ready for going forward. All right, so I do think they are the messages for some of you that are coming forward now, and moving you on from this feeling of isolation and perhaps having a limited perspective on things, looking for the rainbows. Okay. And of course you're going through an initiation process, or going through it, or certainly will be in the future. I'm just going to ask for, I think we know what himself is, we know what that is. I think it's the gocha. So I'm going to, could we have some more information on the gocha, please? Could we have some more information on the gocha, please? That's interesting. So I shuffled the cards, and remember at the bottom of the pack we had the Singer of Initiation that we talked about. Well, it's come out again after I've shuffled the deck, connected to the gocha. So yes, whatever this is all part of the initiation process. Whatever this is that's coming in, or it has already come in, that's disrupted your energy, that has been difficult to face, if you like, but it's all part of initiation process, ready for going forward. Look, we have friends here, and the friends, this energy is about supporting, having a shared vision going forward, having support, So you're going to have support as you're going through this initiation process. Whatever this is, you're going to be supported. Either it's on the universal support, or, you know, people and community and friends and family around you are going to be there to offer support for you going forward. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'll just take, can we have 2 more cards from the Sacred Traveller, please, for Capricorn, just to round this reading up. 2 more cards for Capricorn, please. 2 more cards for Capricorn, please. Thank you. So we have Desert Passage, and we have The Answers Are Within. So Desert Passage, this is a very similar card to the Singer of Initiation. The hoops we have to go through, the perhaps difficulties, challenges, things we need to learn. And the desert passage is the same. So walking through that, finding a way through the desert, it wouldn't be an easy thing to do. But it says, you know, trust that there's a divine plan. There is a reason for any adversities or difficulties that you're going through at this time, Capricorn. There is a divine plan. All right, as you go through this desert passage, it won't last. It won't last forever. It won't last forever. And taking shelter. So, you know, go within yourself. The answers are within. You know, look within yourself, whether you maybe to meditate or having that quiet space, having that time alone. But it says, you know, take shelter, look after yourself, nurture yourself, protect yourself, join through this time. Shine your light, if you like, because, you know, the answers are within you. You've got the answers already. You already know a lot of what is happening here. You know, the answers are within you. All right. Okay, lovely. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and it's provided, for some of you, that it's provided some clarity and perhaps hopefully a bit of support for you, so you get an understanding of what's going on at this time. But if you need to get in touch with me, please do. The information is below the video. But in any event, good luck going forward, Capricorn. I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.